So one other question that I wanted to address that I get asked is, will I have to change my child's diet? And my answer to that is probably. However, I know how hard it is to change your diet as a grown-up, let alone changing your child's diet. It's challenging. I totally get it. But I do a lot of diet therapy in my practice, and I find that simple dietary tweaks can make a big difference in your child's overall health and how well they respond to their acupuncture treatment as a whole. And so, yes, I do often suggest dietary changes, but because I know how challenging it can be, I go through it with you in baby steps. I'm not going to just suggest that you radically, completely change your diet overnight, because that wouldn't benefit anybody. It would be stressful. Nobody would adhere to it. It would be terrible. So what we do with diet changes is we start really small, and by that I mean you start by not doing anything at all other than observing, like making a food diary where you chart exactly what your child is eating, and you do a tally of what kind of food you have in your house and in your cupboard. So we start there. We start with just observing the lay of the land, and we go from there. We make simple changes as we go, whether that means cutting out some sugar, or adding a little bit of this or taking out a little bit of that. So it's nothing crazy or drastic, because I know it's challenging to change your diet. So yes, I do a lot of dietary advice, and I do suggest a lot of dietary changes, but I walk you through it, and we get through it together, and it's overall for the benefit of your child.